get hit on by a
Spiders.
Gerudo.
Are you ready?
That's always like
Yeah, I'm ready.
the
Always
longest
ready,
part in these
baby.
races, getting past Spirit. Just carries on.
You just hear the regret.
Here we go.
First section again.
Alright, hold on a second. I gotta give everybody. This is the greatest story of all time, everybody. I need you to
I'm not
all
reading the
listen.
first part again.
Alright, that's fine.
It's fine, just start.
Alright, well, when we left off, boy's a spaz, his parents hate him, nobody likes him, he has no friends. Alright, there you go.
Right, okay.
Good summary.
Tired of spending the evening reading comics in his room, Boy figured he'd sit on the front porch with his notebook, the one in which he draws his friends, imaginary though they are. Grasping a pencil in his right hand, he began doodling, when out of the corner of his eye, he saw a shooting star. "I wish I had a real friend," he whispered with tears welling in his eyes.
Oh.
Just then, amazingly, a creature fell from the heavens and landed with a thud in front of Boy. "What? I don't believe it, it worked, it worked!" Boy screamed as he studied the blob-like creature before him. Within moments, Boy recalled how he drew something like this, just like this, a few days ago. Rifling through his notebook, Boy soon came across a picture of an alien blob. Underneath he had written, "Blobbert." Are you Blobbert?" Boy shyly asked. "Why yes, I am," Blobbert replied. "But please call me Blob. I've traveled many galaxies to find someone suitable to assist me in my mission." "Your mission?" "On the planet I'm from, Labonia, an evil emperor has assumed power over my kind. He forces us to eat nothing but sweets and won't allow us to consume healthy things like vitamins." "Nothing but sweets? Sounds great," Boy said, smiling. "It's not a laughing matter. We're in dire straits. I need to get vitamins to my people soon, or they will die." "Even you?" Boy asked, regretting what he said earlier. "Yes, even me," said Blob. "Will you help?" After wiping his eyes, Boy puffed out his chest, looked proudly at Blob, and proclaimed, "You can count on me, friend." "But why do you need someone like me? Why did you come to Earth?" "Why not someone like you?" Blob sympathetically asked. "We have learned that your planet is the closest source of vitamins we are so desperately in need of. If only I knew where to find some." "The health food store down the street sells lots of vitamins. Their prices are really high though. But it's now the only place on Earth to get them. They've decided to take advantage of the humans by inflating the prices to insane levels, knowing full well a person would pay anything if they're so desperate." "Sounds like similar to my planet's situation. Can we somehow break in?" "Break in?" Boy gasped. "That's illegal. Besides, the owners, Dave and Rick, are crooks who wouldn't think twice about killing us both." "Okay," Blob thought aloud. "We'll just need to acquire the proper funds. I don't suppose you know where we can get enough money. Maybe your family could help?" "No, we're poor. That's why we had to buy this tiny house right next to the subway. And I doubt my mom would help me anyway." "Hey, I just remembered. I've got that... I've heard that below the subway there's a cave with lots of treasure. I tried finding it myself when I first moved here, but... I'm sorry, Blob." Blob then hopped over to Boy's feet, looked in his eyes, and said, "Ah, but that was before you met me. I'm going to tell you a secret." A secret?" Boy stammered. "I'm a magic blob," Blob whispered. "Don't tell anybody. Do you have any jelly beans?" "Jelly beans? Yeah, I just bought some after school. They're inside the house, hold on," Boy said as he raced up to his room. Boy found the jelly beans and before leaving, told his mother he was going to spend the night at the subway with his friend Blob. He didn't bother responding. Boy then left. Blob, I found him. What do you want me to do with them?" "Just hold on to them for now," said Blob. "I'll show you once we get to the subway. Would you please lead the way?" Boy stuffed the jelly beans into his backpack and ran toward the subway, excited about the adventure he and his new friend were about to have. Chapter 1.
Oh my god.
"Blob, where are you?" Boy yelled up the subway stairs. "I'm sorry, I can't move that fast on account of me being a blob and all." Blob huffed as he made his way down the stairs. "Quick, feed me a punched jelly bean." Boy reached into his backpack and he tossed the jelly bean towards the bottom of the stairs. With perfect timing, the jelly bean landed in Blob's mouth as soon as he stopped. Boy watched as Blob proceeded to morph into a flat circle. "Whoa!" Boy excitedly exclaimed. "Jelly beans make you change shape? Awesome! Now you know I'm a magic blob. In fact, each jelly bean flavor turned me into something different. If you want me to turn back into a blob, just whistle," Blob explained. "And I'll fall through the hole I just created." "I'm scared," Boy cried, wondering how Blob's new shape melted away the subway floor. Jesus Christ.
This is so
Dude, I've been
creepy.
trying to shoot bombs into this spinning thing the whole time, and I can't do it because I'm laughing too hard, man.
Come on, Blob snapped. Oh, I mean, don't be scared. You can trust me. Boy crossed his fingers and fell through the hole, whistling on the way down. Saw a big blue bag full of blue coins on a ledge a few feet away. Blob, we did it. We found the treasure, Boy gleefully explained. But as he excitedly ran towards the ledge, he let slip a jelly bean from his fingers. Miraculously, Blob appeared where the jelly bean landed. How did you do that? Boy asked. Magic, Blob slyly replied. You must have some ketchup beans in your bag. That only happens with ketchup beans. Why would there be ketchup jelly beans? That's disgusting, Boy said with a sour face. Looks like someone played a joke on you, kid, Blob said, trying not to laugh. Enough chit-chat. Feed me a licorice jelly bean so we can get that bag of treasure. Soon, after climbing the ladder, the licorice jelly bean had caused Blob to morph into, Boy held the treasure in his hands, marveling at how the coins weren't the usual gold color he was used to seeing. This should be enough to buy those vitamins, Boy said. How do we get back up? Bob stared at Boy incredulously. One measly bag of coins isn't enough for my people, and you know what they say, why take one bag of treasure when you can take them all?
Wow, dude.
Boy was confused.
Greedy frickin' blobber.
Are you okay,
dude.
Blob? He asked. Yeah, we should really find more treasure if we want my mission to be a success. Hold on. Need water. With that, Boy and Blob were on their way. After clever utilization of another ketchup jelly bean, followed by a punch, Boy and Blob found a chest full of treasure guarded by a giant snake. Please do exactly as I tell you, Blob insisted. First, feed me a vanilla bean. It'll save time later. An umbrella? How's that gonna help us with this snake? Boy asked. It's not. We'll just need it for the jump we have to make. Wait, what jump? How do you know what's ahead? Never mind that now, Blob said at a loss for words. Now, run! Within moments, they were past the snake and gently floating down through the air. Hey, look at that giant spiderweb, Boy directed. I see it, Blob replied. We'll need to burn through it. Can't I just knock it out with my hands? Boy asked. No, said Blob. Drop me, grab that treasure over there and feed me a cinnamon jelly bean. Boy did just that, and used the resulting blowtorch to scorch the web. That was good, Blob said, but you shouldn't have drifted so close to the wall. It would have saved 2 seconds if you had dropped me closer to the ledge we just jumped from.
Fuck this.
Looking ahead, Boy and Blob saw boulders as big as Boy's head raining down. This could be trouble, both saw simultaneously. Chapter 2.
I think it's important to give a little bit of a context for what this is.
No,
There we
dude.
go. Okay, jelly beans just did it,
Okay,
dude.
jelly beans with the apt name
got
linking the
this.
story.
Thus the "you could have saved 2 seconds" quote.
Yeah, that part got me.
It's so good.
Chapter 2. At Blob's suggestion, Boy turned Blob into an umbrella again and used it to protect his head from the rocks. As Boy ran through the area, Blob watched as Boy's feet kicked out from under the protective field of the umbrella. Why are you kicking your feet so far out in front of you? Blob yelled. If one of those rocks hit your legs, you'll be crippled. Seeing one about to just do that... Really? Okay. Seeing one about to just do that, Boy wasted a second doing a quick stutter step to avoid it. Once they were past the rocks, Boy used the strawberry jelly bean to turn Blob into a bridge, which he crossed to get to the next treasure chest while avoiding another snake. Hopefully, after whistling to change Blob back, Boy could have ran through the gap a bit earlier, since only... However, after whistling to change Blob back, Boy could have ran through the gap a bit earlier, since only the snake's head can harm him, not the rest of its body. Tired of waiting for Blob to catch up, Boy threw a ketchup jelly bean to teleport Blob in front of him. Then, Boy tossed Blob into a tangerine jelly bean so he could grab the diamond floating above. How is that diamond just floating in the air like that? Boy asked as he jumped on the trampoline. I don't know, said Blob. But if you didn't walk so clumsily, you could have jumped on that trampoline a tad faster. Why are you being so mean, Blob? Boy quietly asked him, falling down with the diamond. Oh, I'm sorry, kid. I didn't mean to upset you. Forget I even mentioned it. Within seconds, Boy found a room with more treasure and another snake. Even though Boy could have reached the treasure faster by sliding his feet.
No! No! I can't! I'm autoing! I can't! Oh my god!
Guy's gonna die to Bongo Bongo again.
Yep. Get back up there.
Dying to Bongo Bongo is really bad because you have to go through the entire dungeon.
Oh my god.
Oh dude, he's up at the quarter heart.
At a quarter. He hasn't died yet. Oh, he must have lived.
For now.
Oh, he missed.
Wait to see this ending.
No!
Did he get welcome to the Slam Jam?
You got punched in
Oh
the
my
face,
god.
dude.
That's a
You got
great one.
Bongo
punched
Bongo
out.
spiked again, dude.
He's the hardest boss, dude.
He's hard.
Okay.
Keep going. Back to the story.
Within seconds, Boy found a room with more treasure and another snake. Even though Boy could have reached the treasure faster by sliding his feet, he figured he didn't want to risk the snake biting him, so he just waited patiently for a clear path. After grabbing the treasure and whistling for Blob, Boy fell through the nearby hole, threw a ketchup jelly bean to make Blob catch up, and then climbed in to get a treasure on the high ledge above. Once that was done, he fell through the ledges until coming to an open area. Where do we go now? Boy asked. Up, Blob said. Turn me into a trampoline again. You mean way up there? Boy said as he pointed. That's way too high. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Come on, let's go. Boy fed Blob a tangerine jelly bean, and after a few jumps was near the ceiling of the cavern. Jump toward the ledge and use the ketchup to teleport me there after you land, Blob yelled. I'll never make it, Boy screamed. Yes you will, Blob yelled, with a slightly annoyed tone. Jump, now! With a great apprehension, Boy jumped toward the ledge and wondered as he fell through the air if he had made a terrible mistake. Chapter 3. Boy closed his eyes and held his breath as he made the jump. Before he knew it, he felt solid ground beneath his feet. He couldn't have been closer to the edge if he tried. Woohoo! Boy shrieked. He then followed the rest of Blob's order and used the ketchup jelly bean. Then, after grabbing another treasure, asked Blob where to go next. There should be a treasure directly below us, Blob mused. Time for a punch. How do you know? Like I said before, you don't need to worry about that. The location where Blob morphed into a hole was so perfect. Boy was able to grab the next few treasures without moving his legs. Ding! Blob enthusiastically cried out. A minute later, after grabbing a few more treasures and floating through the air with an umbrella, Boy and Blob came to an underwater area. Use a cola jelly bean and turn me into a bubble, Blob explained. Then get inside the bubble and float down into the water. But how can I get inside the bubble without popping it? Boy asked. Please, Blob muttered. It's magic, kid. It's always magic. They made their way through the caves beneath the water's surface. Boy began asking Blob about his home planet. Try not to talk much, kid. You'll run out of oxygen, Blob lied. After grabbing several more diamonds and another chest of treasure, which Boy could have snagged 2 seconds faster with better control of the bubble, they were ready to get back to dry land. Boy changed Blob into a bridge to cross the next gap, while avoiding yet another snake. Then, after Blob morphed back into his normal form, demanded Boy feed him a cinnamon jelly bean. I don't see anything nearby to burn, Boy said confused. You won't be burning anything. You'll need this to turn me into a trampoline just ahead to reach the area above us. But before doing so, you'll have to position me in the right spot. This will be a lot easier if you carry me as a blowtorch, then drop me where you want the trampoline to go. Why can't you just hop into position? Cause I... I'm not too accurate with my jumps. I have trouble controlling them, Blob dejectedly admitted. With that Boy succeeded in changing Blob into a trampoline in the perfect spot. mere inches in either direction, and Boy would have either hit his head on the ceiling above or fell to his death trying to reach the ledge. Boy used the cinnamon strategy once more after making his way up through the rest of the caves to the end of the manhole, to the end up at the manhole leading to the surface. Excellent, just excellent, Blob proudly stated. We found every treasure. Let me remove this manhole cover and let's get out of these stuffy caves. Boy gave Blob an apple jelly bean, which turned Blob into a jack. Blob then proceeded to lift the cover off, exposing them to the night sky. Boy whistled to change Blob back so he could feed him a licorice jelly bean to get out. However, they were both in for a surprise. Ah! Blob screamed in agony. What happened to you, Blob? Boy asked, frightened. You look all glitched up. The pain is unbearable. Ah! Hurry! Whistle again! Hurry! Boy whistled and Blob turned back into his usual self. Neither had any idea what just happened. Phew! Blob exhaled. I'm okay now. Let's go up.
I was worried. I'm really glad he's okay.
Oh, I just want to say I died when he said I couldn't control it, dude. Oh my god. That was too much for me, dude. I can't.
Too spooky, dude.
As soon as they reached the surface, Blob demanded that Boy feed him a root beer jelly bean. Hop on, kid. I can't get back to my planet without your help, Blob declared. So Boy sat on the rocket and held tight as it rose to the air and raced towards Blobonia. Oh man, cried Boy as the rocket hit his house. Look at that damage. It's barely a scratch, Blob reasoned, happy that he successfully did what he came to Earth to do. Wait a minute, Boy yelled as they traveled near the speed of light. Weren't we supposed to buy the vitamins? Chapter 4.
Oh my god, Blob's a liar, dude.
Wow.
What a traitor, dude.
So this is Blobonia? Looks like Earth, Boy reflected. That's Blobonia with a TM. Creator of our world felt it necessary to trademark my planet's name. Blob explained. I don't know why. I highly doubt anyone else would want to use it. As Blob was talking, Boy absent-mindedly threw some jelly beans. After the fourth one he threw, Boy suddenly had a vision of the future. Oh, that was weird, Boy said as he stared at Blob. I just saw a room with a huge, evil-looking blob standing next to a cage. Weird indeed, Blob said as they made their way across the grasslands. But not as weird as my whole planet being deserted. I wonder what happened. Perhaps the Emperor had something to do with it. Let's go find him. Boy raced ahead of Blob, past the marshmallow factory and into the chocolate caves. Boy then threw with pinpoint precision the ketchup jelly bean at the edge of the pit. Couldn't you have teleported me any closer to the ledge? Blob sarcastically asked. We're almost at the Emperor's chambers. Let's cross the scaffing in front of him. Soon they came to a locked door. We've made it, kid. There's only one way to open this door. You need to feed me a lime jelly bean and turn me into a key. Boy did that and used the key to get into the next room, where he saw the Emperor had set a trap. You'd have known you'd do something like this, Emperor, Blob proclaimed. But you'll never stop me as long as I have my friend over there. So you made a friend, huh? The Emperor bellowed. I wonder what lies you told him to make that happen. Boy was confused. What does he mean, Blob? Don't listen to him. I have a plan. Feed me an apple jelly bean. Putting his trust in his new friend, Boy threw the Blob a jelly bean and watched as he turned into a jack. Then, Blob jacked himself up, knocking over the huge bottle of vitamins that sat on the shelf above the cage. Before the Emperor could get out of the way, he was engulfed with the vitamins. No! The Emperor cried out. I'm dying! Blob, Boy asked, what's going on? Why are the vitamins hurting him? I thought you needed them for your people. Blob thought fast. Well, you see... Robert lied to you, son, the Emperor stated as he breathed his last breaths. Vitamins are poisonous to all blobs on this planet. I had some to protect me in case someone ever broke in and tried to take my life, as I knew Blobber would try to do. But I would have given him just one. Would have knocked him out long enough to transfer into prison. Any more and he would surely die, just as I'm about to now.
He sounded
Blob,
okay for a guy.
He sounds pretty alright.
I'm about to die anyway, see ya.
I'm about to die.
Well, Blob, is this true? Boy stuttered. Man, you really are a moron, aren't you? Think that I traveled to your planet because I needed your help saving my people? I used you to steal your planet's treasure. Used me? Boy asked, heartbroken. Hey, what can I say? That's what a pirate does. Sorry, kid. But you were never my friend? Friends with you? Don't make me laugh. Perhaps if we spent more time together, and if you weren't such a spaz, then maybe we could have developed a friendship. But for now, I'm glad our time together is over. Why, Blob? Why? Epilogue.
Oh man.
The
Nobody
thrilling
except
conclusion.
Nobody except Boy and the former Emperor knew Blobber's intentions. But the former Emperor was now dead, which everybody figured was an accident, and Blobber threatened to do the same to Boy if he said one word to anyone.
It's good that they didn't bother investigating the Emperor's assassination. They're not, whatever. It's probably
It's alright.
no problem.
Blobber used his stolen riches to claim the Emperor's ship for himself, hired an unwitting behemoth of a bodyguard to protect him, and then sent Boy back to Earth with memories that will forever haunt his nightmares. The end.
Are you serious?
That was really nice.
That's the worst story I've ever heard.
No, that's pretty good.
That was a great story.
Was this-
That was fantastic.